A very good afternoon, everyone, and we welcome you all to the Dhakuakhana Football Stadium, where two formidable teams of the ongoing Santosh Trophy, the 79th edition of National Football Championship for Santosh Trophy, West Bengal at one end and obviously Rajasthan at the other, both sides unbeaten until now. Rajasthan, 2 wins from 2 games in the final round, had a bit of a tough outing in the first game. Eventually managed to secure a win, nonetheless a 3-2 victory for them against the mighty Punjab. At the other end, West Bengal, in the last game they had to struggle, they had to wait until the last minute against Uttarakhand to try and find their foothold. But eventually it was Norahul Krishna who came up with a fine strike to give Bengal the much needed 3 points that they were looking forward to. And right now, West Bengal are atop the other sides in terms of points and right at the top of the points table. The customary photo ops, that's West Bengal for you. Will quickly introduce you to the starting 11 of both the sides. West Bengal playing in a 4-4-2 formation. Somnath Datta under the sticks. In the 4-man backline, it's Bikram Pradhan, Chaku Mandi, Jewel Ahmed Majumdar, and Shumon Dey. In the midfield, they've got Akash Himram, Tonmoy Ghosh, Thapa, Bijoy Murmu, and up top Karan Rai and their captain Robi Hansda, who's out in the centre. For Rajasthan, their captain is Mukesh Kumar, who will be spearheading that attacking unit of theirs. Rajasthan as well resorting to a 4-4-2 formation. Mohit Shikwal under the sticks, Aman Tyagi, Altaf Hussain, Vishal Taloshia and Ankit Sharma in the 4-man backline. Rahul Chaudhary, Mohammad Adnan, Saurabh Chetri and Amit Kumar in the midfield, and up top there's Mukesh Kumar and Ishan Rosario. With that being said, I think the handshakes and all the pre-match rituals happening before these two teams, they take the center stage, they take the field and they try and prove a point. Rajasthan coming from the group stages, and they were a part of Group I. They played in Jaipur. And they topped their group as well, 3 matches, 2 wins and a draw. Started the tournament with a thumping victory against Daman and Diu. Went on to score 6 goals against them. And then drew 1-1 against Gujarat. And finally, against a powerhouse like Maharashtra, they were successful in the most phenomenal fashion. Scored 3 goals. And then in the first game of the final rounds, they were up against Punjab, had a 2-goal cushion, and that cushion blew away because Punjab managed to find a way back, scoring a couple of goals in the first half itself. However, an excellent turnaround of affairs in the second half allowed them to fight their way back, and they eventually managed to secure the bragging rights. And then kudos to Mohammad Adnan, of course, who scored the solitary goal of the last fixture that they were a part of against Tamil Nadu, and the goal came in the 78th minute. Bengal with quite a few changes today. Karan Rai starting. Karan Rai, a very talented youngster, part of the Mohun Bagan Super Giants unit as well. And alongside him, obviously, the seasoned goal machine, the inexorable goal machine, Ravi Hansta. All eyes on the ref. Today's officials, Jamal Mohammed, the referee, Shumanto Datta, and Yashwant and Gaonkar, the assistant referees, and Thomas Melvin, our fourth official for the day. And we are underway here at Dhakuakhana Football Stadium. On your frame, kicking from the left to the right in their blue and whites, it's Bengal. And on your frame, kicking from the right to the left in their flamboyant reds, and currently tasked with the responsibility of trying to stall a Bengal attack is Rajasthan. A long throw box here, early chance for Bengal, and a goal line save. Warning shots fired already. And another minus, and Ravi Hansta at the second post rattles it onto the woodwork, but then the referee blowing the whistle. When the ball came in, it had already crossed the byline, but what a move to kickstart. 1 minute in, and West Bengal already trying to secure an early bit of momentum going into this game. That's exactly the kind of body language, that's exactly the kind of intensity that you will want in your side, especially against a powerhouse like Rajasthan, because Rajasthan, they are a team who can actually push you to the very cusp, push you to the very limits. And that is why it's always advisable. And I think if there's another thing Sanjay Sen wouldn't want today for Bengal, is that they drag it till the very end. Because it gets a lot tougher. And not all days will you be able to come up with what Norahuri Sreshta came up in the last game. So at times try and secure the game with significant minutes on the ticker. And obviously Bengal, the defending champions, the task for them will team in the history. 33 titles in recent times. They have been doing a phenomenal bit of work altogether in terms of Indian football. A packed house here at Dhakuakhana Football Stadium. Bengal trying to come up with a bit of a long throw, but doesn't really find the momentum they were looking forward to. Vijay Murmu with the shot. Mohit Shekhwal was in position, and also the shot wasn't really close enough to the goal there. Kind of easy pickings, to be honest, for Mohit Shekhwal, but I think West Bengal trying to get into that attacking move early on in the game, not letting Rajasthan settle. That's not a bad way to go about it. I think Rajasthan are also a very strong defensive unit as well. So it's like two completely contrasting sides. Rajasthan prides themselves on a very strong backline, and they also have a decent attacking unit at their behest. West Bengal, it's not that they have a bad backline, but again, from long balls, they're always under the pump. We saw that against Uttarakhand as well. And kudos to Somnath Datta, who came up with a handful of brilliant saves to keep Bengal afloat in the game till the very last moment. And at the other end, Bengal attacking unit is really solid. They have a superb front line. And just on cue, will we get a glimpse of that though? Akash Hemram trying to cut in from the right. They'll have a fair share of the ball. Unfortunately, couldn't really make the most of it. Vicky decides to switch it all the way back. Jivel. And Jivel this time just imparting a bit more power to the ball. The ball wheezing past the byline there, out of the park for a goal kick. And Rajasthan will be breathing a sigh of reprieve. A few moments ago, in the very first minute of the game, Bengal came up mighty close. Almost padded away from the goal line itself. Rajasthan trying to procure some momentum, trying to use that wing of theirs. Not to be. The last game, Bengal in the front line, it was Shom started alongside Robbie Hansta. Today, he's been replaced by Karan Rai. Sanjay Sen as well, trying to make a few tweaks altogether to that unit of his, because the last game, despite the victory, there were quite a few questions which needed some answering. I think that's exactly what he wants to do here. Doesn't want to keep things for late. More importantly, think about how to penetrate the Rajasthan defense. That's wonderfully done. Lovely volley, and Bengal once again denied by the woodwork. Robbie Hansta Reddy was raring to try and get that ball into the back of the net. The header going haywire by millimeters there. What an incredible start to the game here for the defending champions. They keep coming closer and closer. It's the second time that they have rattled the bar and they have been denied once from the goal line itself. Rajasthan visibly under early pump altogether. For now, Rajasthan just reacting, not really trying to get into the attacking zone already, apart from the couple of counters that they have so far managed to get. Bengal has been the more expressive, the more dominant side in the first 7 minutes of the game. Couple of decent attacks, and Robbie Hansta almost figuring out the perfect position to try and propel Bengal into the driver's seat. Unfortunately, denied by the woodwork. Trying to come up with that defense split, but then kind of gets stuck. And now Rajasthan trying to break free from the clutches of the Bengal rearguard. But once again, standing tall. It was a nice run there from Ishan Rosario. But Ishan Rosario not really able to get the ball, not really able to place that into the cantering stride of his teammate. Another long throw. Rajasthan trying to get rid of the ball. Karan Rai nearby. And Karan Rai wins the throw in for West Bengal. In the Calcutta Football League, he had a hat-trick as well. And more importantly, he's been rated extremely highly for the kind of speed that he possesses. And importantly, I think his inclination towards scoring, it really makes him that out-and-out striker that Bengal can actually use. Long throw here. Shumande guns it into the mix, headed away. Bengal with a long ranger. Oh, this is actually excellent from West Bengal. That was headed away to safety, they thought. But Bengal proving them otherwise. This is how good the Bengal side can be. This is the kind of firepower that they come into the game with. Early movements, early exchanges, and a handful of decent enterprises as well. Channeled goal bound. We've seen this so far throughout the tournament, that Dhakuakhana Football Stadium has been quite an epicenter. You will hardly see stands empty. Now, whatever stands you see empty, I think once you keep an eye on the stands in the halftime, this will be kind of full. This will be kind of chock-a-block. And that's how football fans out here love this game. And we all know whenever we are coming up in states like Assam, Manipur, Shillong, Meghalaya, Nagaland, football is more than just a game. It's a life. Bengal with another chance here, trying to cut back in at the right time. However, the referee already dishing out the signal that the ball had crossed the mark. But Bengal now relentless, ruthless in pursuit of that opening here. And Mohit Chikwal can already feel the heat. So can the Punjab backline. Chested down. Rajasthan, Mukesh trying to swing his boot out there, but nowhere close enough to the ball. Very nicely defended by West Bengal. And another one of those long balls into the box. Karan Rai. Karan, 1 versus 3, but somehow manages to eke the ball out. Bit of a diagonal pass to the left. And another cross in the box, headed away for now. Bengal comes knocking on the door, chests it down. Unfortunately, pummels it out of the park there. That intent is burning brighter than the sun out here. What a start to the game this has been for Bengal. From the word go, straight off bat, they have been going at the throats of Rajasthan, and the Desert Warriors for now are trying to find a way to get out of the Bengal attacking unit. They're breathing hard because of the relentless attacks so from the defending champions, knocking on the doors over and over again, at times Karan Rai, at times Robi Hansla, even from the back. Jivel Ahmed Majumdar as well joining the party. It just tells that the entire Bengal squad, they are kind of pumped up, they are fired up to dish out a phenomenal performance. They don't want, as said before, they don't want a late gasp against Rajasthan. They want to keep that winning streak of theirs alive and keep us going. And that's a decent bit of intervention, but despite the intervention, I think the passing accuracy for Rajasthan has really been questionable. You can't afford to lose the ball so many times, and that too just ahead of that final third of yours, just ahead of the box of yours. It leads to Bengal coming forward with intent. This time another lovely little ball out there onto the left. Nowhere close to where he would have liked. The leap was brilliant, but then the header a bit too overpowered on that occasion. Mohit Shikwal just arranging his players. Extremely vocal custodian, and that's, I think, what all the coaches would advocate for. When your goalkeeper is constantly talking with your teammates, your defense, I think that sets a tone. A bit of a miscued pass on that one from Robi. The tussle for the ball goes on. A little flick out there. Now through the center. Can they find a way? And this time the sliding tackle coming in from Shumon De. And a yellow card as well shown to him. Yeah, I think he went for the tackle. That extended right boot of his might have led to the challenge, and the referee, despite the fact that he got hold of the ball, I think he also got a fair share of his opposition's boot as well, thereby leading to the referee taking his name into the books out there. Another long free kick whipped up by Rajasthan. Too easy. Bengal gets it out of harm's way. And once trying to force their way through the kind of short of space there. And the throw-in going in favor of Bengal. Bikram. Ahead of him it was Bijoy Murmu. And then before Bijoy could actually lay claim to possession, the ball had already popped out of the ground. Bikram again. Right now Bengal, they're just focused on coming as close as possible. Closer they are to the goal, it'll be kind of easier for them, it'll be relatively easier for them to try and make the shots a lot more convincing. There was a deflection along the way, and Bengal winning another corner, thereby creating more pressure. And straight away, Akash Himra almost darting to the corner flag, doesn't want to waste any time, wants to keep the momentum going. Curls back towards the far side. However, no one to eventually capitalize from that ball. Roby Hansta not really happy, but I think again communicating with his players, possibly just asking them to be around that goal, make the most of the set pieces. I think that's important. When you're captain, as a captain, of course, you have to lead the team from the front, and he literally does that. It's a good diagonal ball to the left. Bijoy is up against a couple of defenders, does well to control the ball. A little pull back, and the miscued pass allows Rajasthan to intervene. However, another miscued pass at the other end allows Bengal to lay claim to the ball again. But that's a fine ball. There but football, not really. One of the games where you can control everything. Another long ball. Make peace with that. Another long ball. And the kind of pressing that Bengal were doing initially, right now they are trying to slow things down a bit. They aren't allowing space to Rajasthan, all right, but the early aggression, the early intent, not exactly has taken a backseat, but now things are slightly more reticent. And Rajasthan trying to come forward, taking this chance, maybe try and stun Bengal with an opening goal as well. But Bengal, they do well to win back possession. Tonmoy decides to push it back. Jewel, Chakumandi. Chakumandi has formerly been a part of East Bengal as well. Quite a few renowned players in this Bengal outfit. Been a part of bigger clubs. Kind of imparts them the experience that you want in a tournament like this. Make no mistake, this is the tournament where legends come together, with young guns rising to the occasion. And so many Indian legends have come forward from this particular tournament. Bengal standing tall on the ball there, trying to just switch it to the right. The idea was actually good. The execution, however, slightly ordinary. Rajasthan, they do well to break free. That's a good ball. Ishan Rosario. Ishan with a gentle nick forward. The tussle for the ball, confusion and chaos. Rahul Chaudhary. But Jewel Ahmed Majumdar, brilliantly done there. Shielded it with his body and then eventually got the ball out of harm's way. That is conviction for you. The kind of panache that Jewel Ahmed Majumdar has shown so far in this tournament, that's really incredible. Shuman with the throw-in. Roby switching to the right now. Scanning the horizon. If he can get some help from his teammates. Bengal, they win a throw in a bit of an advancing position now. Slowly and steadily trying to advance along the line. Still Roby. A little display of flair and finesse. Shuman, oh that's brilliant. However, ends up jamming against a defensive block posted by Rajasthan. No way forward there. Watchful, very defending there. Watchful, very vigilance there from the Rajasthan rear guard. And Sumante all set to gun in another long throw. And launches that. Rajasthan, they were ready for it. Still with Suman. That's not the best of this. And now Rajasthan on the move. Mukesh Kumar. Mukesh knocking it forward. And Ishan Rosario straight away, hands in air. Extremely disappointed, extremely dejected with the delivery. What could have been a free run for him ended up with the ball just sailing past. And now Karan Rai. Karan Rai unable to control the ball. Rajasthan also doing a pretty decent job of applying the pressure. I think that is very, very important ideally when your opposition attacker is coming close by and is trying to control the ball. The main idea is to create a bit of a disruption, try and create a bit of a disturbance so that he doesn't really have it easy. Karan Rai again, Karan Rai, the pass going a bit too haywire, control as well, slightly shaky, cross-field ball there. Bengal can they lay claim to that? No, that's brilliantly done there. Amit Kumar now on the move. Amit Kumar knocking it forward. Good link up ball, Mukesh. But Mukesh has been dispossessed. Karan finds his teammate. Tonmoy on the ball. The square delivery. Again, trying to knit it into the cantering stride of his teammate. But then intercept at the right time, and Rajasthan trying to precipitate, trying to emanate a counter-attack from there. Will they be successful, however? Not really. The door slammed shut. Throw in for Rajasthan. And I think as things stand right now, goal so far at the Dhakuakhana Football Stadium. Rajasthan will take it. They know that they are up against a powerhouse of Indian football. So for now, it's about trying to soak in the pressure, trying to control the Bengal unit and keep them away from the goal as much as possible. Don't let them come anywhere closer. And if possible, make together a decent string of passes. Another gentle knock forward, headed away momentarily. But Rajasthan, they have got their personal place. Bengal nonetheless wins it back. Roby sets it up towards the far right. Akash hoping to get into the box. Doesn't. Another knock forward before Roby could have laid claim to that. That was intercepted. And now Rajasthan trying to find their way forward. Shumnath Datta, as cool as a cucumber, comes out of his line, collects the ball, and that's the first time he's latched onto the ball today. 25 minutes have elapsed with the ball. tells you how dominant Bengal has been. However, the decisive chance, the kind of early thing that Bengal was trying to come in with in the first 10 minutes maybe, that has taken a bit of a backseat now. Bengal unable to penetrate into the box too frequently. Rajasthan, that defense of theirs is getting stronger by every passing minute. And Bengal, they have to come up with something where they can actually leave a mark on the defensive unit of Rajasthan. Another long throw. But Bengal diffuses the situation completely. Not a threat, at least on that occasion. Rovi Hansta dropping deep enough, trying to assist his teammates, and the kind of delivery he came up with, the idea was to find Bijoy Murmu on the left, but then the ball had a lot of power behind it, thereby taking it away. And Sunday afternoon, just see the crowd. Yeah. Intensity, 28 minutes, one might say. Despite the ball not coming mighty close to the goal, apart from a couple of occasions, Bengal hammering the woodwork twice in the first 10 minutes, and also a goal line as well. But since then, it has been more of a very evenly contested encounter, with Bengal being slightly more predominant, Rajasthan waiting for their chance. Very patient, nerves of steel altogether. Going strong with Bengal for now. Little outside dodge out there. Rajasthan barely clears that away. Bengal might be sniffing out something. Again, trying to catapult that into the box. But the Rajasthan defense unfazed, to be honest. This time the challenge coming on from Jivel Ahmed Majumdar was persistent on the fact that he was not let the Rajasthan defender march forward. 29 minutes on the ticker for now. And we have our drinks break as things stand at the Dhakuakhana football stadium. It's still very much goalless. Both the sides, both outfits, they've shown intent. They've shown belligerence, they've shown aggression. But at the other end of aggression, who comes out on top? At the other end of aggression, do we have a goal awaiting us all? Discussions going on. You can see Sanjay Shen very clearly dishing out the instructions that he wants to give to his players, and at the other end, I think obviously Lavkesh Sharia, and he also had a few words with his teammates there. Bengal started the game altogether with a bombs away mindset, but then Rajasthan slowly and steadily sticking together in the defense, showing a very steely resolve, has now managed to push back Bengal a bit. But not entirely, however. We can still say Bengal has been solid in terms of that attacking intent of theirs. And just to give you all a quick testimony, that's the second time in the first 30 minutes that Shomnath got hold of the ball. So not too many balls around in the Bengal half. Rajasthan, they do well this time. Gets hold of the ball. Trying to launch it forward. Not so easy. The men in blue doing a fine job, and Shumon this time twisting, turning, keeping the ball away from Ishan Rosario. Did a very successful job, to be honest, and despite a bit of aggression shown by Rajasthan, I think there was an infringement, because when Shumon, he was trying to turn around against Ishan Rosario, Ishan came up with a bit of a tug on his jersey, thereby compelling the referee to take a call, awarding a free kick here. Mohit Shikwal sends it downtown. The ball kind of oscillating right now, more cluelessly, to be honest. Both the sides not really pumping in those attacks with purpose. Rajasthan might have something coming their way. Amit Kumar, Shumon standing tall ahead of him. Amit does well to break free from the clutches of Shumon. On the edge of the box, coming up with a cross from a very acute angle. Shomnath kept an eye, kept a tab on affairs till the very last moment and eventually collected the ball. Robbie Hansta finally managed to break free after being resisted by a couple of defenders. And Robbie visibly in trouble. The ball whizzed past him. Didn't really try and get a boot to that. He's trying to recuperate. Another gentle chip forward. Karan Rai with a towering leap. Bengal wins the ball. Bengal, and they create that space, however. Rajasthan says, not on our watch for now. Once again, solid defending. Bengal, despite the fact that they have been more prone to attacking. That's another lovely knock forward. Karan Rai not able to get the first touch in place. Chested down. Bengal being very calm and composed here. They understand one thing. Composure is what decides the fate of the game. The chance here drags the ball in, and somehow the ball evades Robbie Hansta's boots. That could have been the opener if the ball had fallen at Robbie Hansta's strides. But Robbie slightly more advanced on that occasion, and the ball slithering away from him. Bengal has a chance out here, but the shot gets jammed. We'll have to be a bit more careful in terms of taking the shot. They had an option on the left. Should have tried to use that. That would have been a bit more of a conviction. That would have been a show of conviction altogether. Another long throw launched. Bengal again, just outside the box. A quick switch to the right, Akash. Akash Himram cutting in sharply. Another crossfield ball, a header from distance. A bit of deflection along the way. And Rajasthan defenders charging out of their positions. Eventually gets hold of the ball. Long knock into the box there. Karan Rai misses out the lead. And Rajasthan managing to push the ball forward. Ishan Rosario. Ishan versus Jivel. Ishan does well. Balloons that towards the far end. However, the Bengal defense has someone called Chaku Mandi. The seasoned campaigner, has been around for a long time and heads it out of the park here. I think a bit of a challenge out here for the captain Mukesh Kumar, but nonetheless, slowly and steadily he'll hobble his way to the Bengal box, and that's the first set piece of the day for Rajasthan. corner here and an opportunity. I think just a few moments ago, Bengal once again came very close. Well-coordinated attack. Unfortunately, Robi Hansta just not able to get hold of the ball. He was very, very close out there. In fact, it's a long throw actually, not a corner. And it will be taken by the skipper himself. Okay, Kumar launches that. Ball prods that away. And Rajasthan, despite all the obstacles along the way, they were not shy enough from trying to trigger. Saurabh Chhetri losing his balance. Angle was tough. Did manage to come with the shot. But then the Bengal defenders kind of making it very loud and clear. You don't get into that attacking zone of ours so easily. You'll have to work your way forward. Chakumandi. Robi trying to take a shot. However, an extended boot out there from Vijay Murmu kind of deflected the ball out of harm's way. I think he was unable to control himself. He was trying to flinch around a bit and that went against him. So, not the best of situations that one would say. Minutes of regulation time remaining and let's say around 3 to 4 minutes of additional time, which might be given out at the end of the first half. Ball come knocking on the doors again. A little trip out there. Referee says get back up please. That wasn't substantial enough for me to make a call. Okay, Kumar trying to knock it forward, but the Bengal defense also coming up with an immediate response. You take a look at the stands, you can see everyone turning up. From young to old, men, women, little kids out there, men. And that should be a free kick. I think Bengal certainly not happy with the call. Chaku Mandi trying to explain things to the ref. We'll have to take a look out there. Ishan Rosario was... That Ishan, yes, it was Ishan. While he tried to speed past the markers. Got entangled in the boots out there. And... took a dive away. A free kick here, a chance for Rajasthan. Can they make the most of this one? Can they get the opener? Bengal defense might have some tough task at hand here. Three-man wall in front. And it's going to be Ishan Rosario. The referee had a quick chat with the players out in the center. Ishan raring to drop the ball in the box. Ishan floats it and it flashes in front of the goal. Almost all the players too stunned to move, whether it was the Bengal defenders or the Rajasthan Marauders. The ball flashing by Ishan Rosario with an absolute belter of a free kick. Unfortunately, his teammates couldn't really move the direction of the ball towards the goal, or else it would have been an insane opportunity. Nonetheless, as things stand, it's all fair and square. Both the teams lurking close enough to the goal-scoring zones, looking for the opener. Ishan Rosario again. Ishan versus Jiwil and Shuman is turning out into a very delectable mini rivalry. And another shot on the turn itself. Almost sent Datta tracking back. Unfortunately, the ball had way too much elevation on the ball. Shomnath just wanted to ensure that just in case the ball was slipping viciously enough, he had his bases covered. Shan Rosario dropping sparks of brilliance. He's been in scintillating form throughout the tournament here. And now Bengal, they come knocking on the doors here. Karan right, deflection along the way. Mohit was barely clawing that out of the park. That could have been a moment of madness. A lovely run out there from the right. Akash Himram laying it off, and Karan right almost channeling it goal bound. But then that deflection, and Mohit Chikwal with a last moment hand to the ball trades it away for a corner. Guns it into the traffic. Mohit once again a strong hand to the ball, and now a corner at the other end. Mohit Chikwal playing a decisive role out here. And in set pieces like this and chaos like this, you need a leader who will step up, and looks like it has been Mohit Chikwal the last couple of minutes with a couple of clutch saves here for Rajasthan. But Bengal with another set piece here. Another chance. This time along the carpet. That attack almost disintegrated. Short corners, you need to be a bit more precise. You need to have your ideas in place, and that should come straight from the training ground. Improvisation, winging it is absolutely fine, but when it comes to dishing it out to perfection, I think that corner, that short corner, definitely never really screamed perfection from West Bengal. And the referee blowing the whistle again. This time a free kick in favor of Rajasthan. I think while Rovi tried to receive the ball, there might have been a bit of a show out there. And for being a body contact game, it leads to challenges like this. There's nothing that you can do at times. Maybe at times it's completely unintentional. It's going for the ball, it's a 50-50 chance. But you end up infringing nonetheless. That's because of your position, maybe because of that awkward position, because of the ball's bounce, and so many other external factors. They come together, they accumulate into something disastrous for you. Long free kick there for Rajasthan. Couple of minutes of additional time awarded. Then we have a late twist in the game in the first half. No goals so far. Do we have something coming up, or do we have a chance on the horizon? Both the sides have been pretty fast-paced, pretty furious, pretty feisty. Rajasthan took some time to do a bit of catching up, but when they did, every single time they came out on the lookout for goals, they have been actually menacing. But Bengal as well, don't make a mistake, they have been mighty close on a couple of occasions. Bengal still with a chance here, lovely ball into the box. And Robi once again just going on almost a directionless twirl there. Had no clue where the ball was just trying to capitalize. Welcome back, everyone. We are all set for the second half of the contest, and looks like we'll have change. In fact, not one but two changes. Also making a quick change as well. And at the other end for Rajasthan, Rahul Chaudhary will no longer play any more part in this game.
Substitution for Team Rajasthan. This number 14, Rahul, replaced by number 12. Substitution for West Bengal. This number 22, Akash, replaced by this number 17, Salah.
Right, then after the changes for Rajasthan, it is Saurav Sharma who came on in place of Rahul Chaudhary. In that other end for Bengal, they've taken off Akash Hembram, and it's Shine Banerjee who comes on. Shine Banerjee, known for his stint, in fact it's still ongoing at East Bengal, known for his superior speed altogether on that particular left wing. But he's kind of equally comfortable on the right as well. Rajasthan now hoping to start the second half with a bit more intensity than they concluded the first half. Jamal Mohammed blowing the whistle at that, awarding a free kick to Rajasthan. Let's see if the Desert Warriors, they can pull off a win against West Bengal, two top teams of the group so far, two unbeaten teams in the tournament so far. And this has been a fairly close contest until now. Again, no one knows what's coming in the future. And Shobna fists that away. That certainly looked like a very good free kick. And he was also dipping very dangerously. But Shomnath, he was not taking any prisoners. Knew what was tricky for him, so had to come up with that save. Trading it away for a corner. And it's going to be Shan Rosario with the corner. Chance again, an early set piece in the second half for Rajasthan. Oh, in fact, he'll have to change sides. It's not from that particular side that he'll be delivering the corner. It's the other side. So the players also quickly shifting their positions after all the variations, after placing the ball. He realizes, oh, but this is not the direction where the ball went out to the park. And a few scoops of grass, slightly tricky out there, just needs to be a bit more careful. Times it happens when you are a bit too intense, when you're going for the slides and all. Your starts kind of scoop off the ground. Corner, repelled away by Bengal. With Rajasthan. That's a lovely ball, being challenging. A fine run into the box altogether. The ball barely missing, the ball barely evading the extended boot of the Rajasthan attacker. And Bengal, I think they'll breathe a sigh of reprieve. This is a lifeline that they have just had. Again, early intent from Rajasthan, early show of belligerence from the Desert Warriors. Of course, trying to make it count early on in the game. Couple of quick touches. Good little layoff as well. Still with Bengal. Square ball out in the center. Vicky Thapa. Vicky launches it forward. Karan Rai, despite the twist and the turn and the twirls around the defender, the ball still goes out of the park. Wonderfully shielded there. Mohit Shekwal had to come up with quite a few saves in the first half. You can shout the fact that Rajasthan, they're staying alive in the game, staying afloat in the game. And it's still 0-0 here at the Dhakuakhana Football Stadium. Bit of a half-baked ball in front there, Robbie Hansta. Just not able to control the ball to his liking. It's going to be interesting to see if later on we see Shanjar Sen resorting to the likes of Norahori Srishta or Shumai Shom. Of course, he's got Uttam Hansta as well. Shamal Beshra can join the forces. Akib Nawab, don't forget him either. An excellent winger, very speedy winger. Bengal, for a moment they felt like the possession was theirs, but then once again, kind of coming a bit too overwhelmingly. Robbie Hansta quickly dropping deep in a disagreement with the referee, but obviously the referee, I think he's made it loud and clear today that he is the man who rules the game with the iron fist, and no one else does so. So if he's taken the call, that call will be the final one. There's no one disputing that. Free for Rajasthan. Aman Tyagi. Lovely ball into the box, and this time Shomnath will have it. But once again, the alarm bells ringing out loud enough. Thankfully for Bengal, they weren't the peals of doom. But this is getting a lot more dicey for Bengal right now. Somehow it feels like they're finding themselves out of depth against formidable Rajasthan unit. Time and time. Altaf Hussain ready to whip the ball forward into the danger zone maybe. Altaf, the ball in a spiral once again. Shomnath out of his line, palming that away. Shomnath continues to be the watchful sentinel. Had it not been for Shomnath, Bengal could have been in a lot more trouble so far. But as things stand, they're standing tall and they are really looking in absolutely stellar, to be honest. But they'll need a bit more precision when they're out in attacks. Robi Hansta trying to speed past his marker. Still Robi does well. Comes up with the minus. Brilliant save again by Mohit. The angle was also in favor of Mohit. Nonetheless, Bengals won the back. Another cross launched forward just outside the box. And the shot taking a deflection along the way. And they let it slide. Shine Energy not really going for that one because it's a throw-in. And Bengal might once again try and come up with the long throw. Hoping to use this as a set piece. But it might be short enough well. Vikram Pradhan. Vikram darts it into the box there. Rajasthan gets it out arm's way. Bengal nicely done there. Decent ball control. Moy plays it to his right. Robi trying to break free with the turn, but Robi now being marked by a couple of defenders. Of course, the numbers game overwhelmingly stacked against him. Shomnath finding out of his line, and Ishan Rosario planting the seeds of doubt for the Bengal defense, managing to get out of the danger zone, at least on this one. Shine Banerjee. Shine goes on. Shine brought down. Referee says get back out. Ball's fallen back for Bengal. Tonmoy taking a couple of steps and now releases it to the far right. Into the box. Shot as well. Cutting in sharply. Going for the second post. That was certainly a statement of intent from Shumande. However, missing out the mark. A couple of changes for Bengal. Karan Rai and Robi Hansta both will be taken off. And they'll be replaced by Norohori Srishna and Shamal Beshra.
Substitution for Team Bengal. Jersey number 9.
Norohori Srishna, the magician, the hero for Bengal in the last game. Let's see if he can come up with something similar once again. And Shamal Beshra, he's an experienced contender. Just a few months ago, what a lovely chance here. Shuman Dey, brave, bold, and not hesitant to pull the trigger because he had a goal in his sights. And I think that is the attitude that you will want from someone like Shuman Dey. But we were talking about the couple of changes, Shamal Beshra and Norohori Srishta. Norohori Srishta has been instrumental for Diamond Harbour Football Club in recent times. And he's ready to show the world that he's willing to take the challenge head on once again without going down. What a wonder strike, what a wonder flick it was from Norohori Srishta in the last minute of the last game. Uttarakhand putting up a valiant, redoubtable show till the 94th minute, and then Norohori Srishta chesting the ball down, one quick turn, one turn of magic, and a flick towards the second post. Unravel the entire Uttarakhand ambitions of walking away with the point from the game. And looks like Rajasthan as well coming up with a couple of changes. They want a pair of fresh feet in the centre. Yash Tripathi, all set to join, coming outside him. He's got hip. Waiting on for the players. Right then, Mohammad Adnan and Vishal Kalushia going out.
replaced by coach number 6, Yash.